fighter, you ready?
Combate Loba.
Oh, what a punch. What an incredible fight. Can you believe what you just saw? We have a champion.
Oh, there is our beautiful Miami skyline. That's right, we are in the middle of dark December, our last show of the year, and it has been an amazing 2023, and we are sending it off in the perfect way. How is that? That's right, Ireland versus Mexico. Jimmy Smith, Alex Wendling, Rodolfo Roman, the excitement palpable. Why? Bringing it into La Jaula, you're always fighting for pride, you're always fighting for respect, you're always fighting for that next step in your career. Tonight, you're fighting for your flag as well. Ireland versus Mexico. Alex, that brings a special edge. You're not just fighting for yourself, you're fighting for your country.
Yes, and Daniel Sanchez carries a lot of pride. He trains out of Henso Gracie Centro, and Patrick Lehane, we know he's representing Ireland all day, every day.
It brings out the best every single time. Well, this is no exception. Our first fight to kick it off, Ireland versus Mexico. That's right. Very experienced Cian Cowley versus Daniel Sanchez. Ireland versus Mexico. Striker versus grappler. Can't wait for the action to commence. Beatrice, get us started.
Entrando a la jaula, Cian Cowley.
Cian Cowley, you see him there with the Irish flag draped over his shoulders. And won't believe this number. Very rare, 54 professional and amateur fights across all combat sports. Rodolfo, that's one of those things you walk into La Jaula and you're like, I've been here a million times, right? That adrenaline dump, it's so much easier. That experience, very, very helpful.
Important indeed, Jimmy. 54 fights, whether an amateur or professional, you go in already as a seasoned veteran coming in. He's a tall dude, vicious striker, has knockouts by way of elbows as a mixed martial artist. I was having a conversation with him this week, and I said, you know, how'd you get in there? You had this, you know, 50-something fights in Muay Thai. What made you make the difference? Because, well, I wanted to test myself to see if I can go on and be a full mixed martial artist, Alex. And of course, there's always difficulties making the change, but here he is today in Combate.
Yeah, Cian is definitely a very well-rounded fighter, even though he's with the striking in particular.
And Beatrice bringing his opponent from Mexico.
Su oponente, Daniel Sanchez.
There is Daniel Sanchez. Talking about his style, it wasn't necessarily about the stand-up. He talked about his wrestling ability. Trained MMA since he was 11 years old, purple belt in jiu-jitsu. More about the takedown, the ground and pound, what we call pound to pass. Hurt him, they'll open those legs, you can pass and go to the next level, but that's where he's really, perhaps that's the advantage in this fight, is with the grappling, with the takedown. Is that your thought, Alex?
Yeah, I mean, in his last fight, he went for the takedown, and it almost like he intentionally didn't get it, got sprawled on, and then inverted for the knee bar. It was so impressive, so smooth, so beautiful, and it's exciting to see what he's going to try to do against a guy like Cian.
Yeah, a person who's striking, he respects Rodolfo. He wants to stay out of those exchanges.
Yeah, and top-notch wrestler here. Great decorated wrestler in his home country. Has trained with one of the top in his fields, and they'll be definitely coming into play. And he, unlike others, when you have that grappler, since he has that background in wrestling, he has a way definite to go in for that takedown, so he has to be careful for any knees or any vicious things like that if you're going down for those legs.
Yeah, drop your head, you can get the takedown or you can pay. There is the head-to-head. 2 years older is Daniel Sanchez. Cowley with a 2-inch height advantage. Reach, exactly the same. Beatrice Callis, get us started.
Y arrancamos con mucha más acción, las reglas de la jaula. 3 vueltas de 5 minutos, 3 jueces, utilizando el sistema de 10 puntos. Este duelo en la división peso welter desbao. In the welterweight division, los jueces son, the judges are Doria Mirasola, Richard Green Sr., and John Rupert. Y ahora, damas y caballeros, llegó el momento de un combate global. Introducing the blue corner, la esquina azul, wearing white, vestido de blanco. Su peso oficial, 171 libras. His official weight, 171 pounds. With a pro record of 5 victories and 5 losses. Con un récord profesional de 5 victorias y 5 derrotas. From Dublin, Ireland, Cian the Warrior Cowley. En la esquina roja, in the red corner, wearing black, vestido de negro, su peso oficial, 170.2 libras, his official weight, 170.2 pounds, con un récord profesional de 5 victorias y 2 derrotas, with a pro record of 5 victories and 2 losses. De sangre mexicana, México, Daniel Sanchez. El referee, Marcos Pérez de Panamá.
Already know the rules. I want a clean fight. Obey my command at all time, okay? Ya sabes las reglas que una peladilla, a veces como choque guante. Go to target.
Ireland versus Mexico. First fight, first round. Ready to get underway. Cian Cowley versus Daniel Sanchez, and we're underway.
Yeah, Daniel has had some trouble facing on some strikers. When he took on Angel Alvarez, he got knocked out in the second round when he exchanged with him. So you don't want to do, you got to be very cautious against like Cowley. I mean, look at the stature, the height.
I was about to say, this same weight class, it's hard to tell. Irish fighter Cowley so much bigger.
And vicious with those hands, man. I mean, he is a savage with that stand-up game. Already working those calf kicks to throw off the wrestler off.
By the way, that country on his back, that's Ireland. Throwing that out there in case people are unaware.
And when I talked to Cian earlier this week, he said his favorite kick, the low kick. We've seen him throw that a few times already.
Both fighters right now standing very, very tall. Cowley going off to that lead leg.
And you can see the respect that Daniel has, how he throws in those punches, stays way back, not going to go in there and exchange, being very careful.
So far, no attempt at a takedown.
Right, that's what I'm curious to see, guys, when he's going to go for that takedown. He's trying to open up those gaps. There it is.
Yep, trying to time off the leg kick. Cowley doing a good job with the sprawl. Sanchez trying to lower down in this double leg position. He's got to pull him off the fence.
And like I said, it was an interesting position that he was in, similar to this, where he was able to invert it and end up going for a knee bar in his last one. So he's very sneaky in that way. Sometimes he acts like he's trying to take you down. Meanwhile, he's actually looking to submit you.
They're almost Japanese in that attack, right? Feint, fake, then go for the leg lock. Still trying to finish the double leg.
Yeah, he's committed to that takedown, guys. He's not giving up.
Nice short elbow from Cowley against La Jaula.
This position, though, I know that Daniel's trying to go for that takedown, but, you know, I wouldn't dabble there just a bit, maybe giving this and landing some knees, maybe in the thighs of Cian.
Good job pummeling inside. No takedown yet for Sanchez. He is going after it with dogged determination, now switching to the single leg.
You know, and unlike other positions, say like a guillotine submission, right? You could keep pushing forward that takedown for a certain time. Good way of Marco breaking that up.
Referee has seen enough. They are back to the center. Big expenditure of energy.
Cowley doing a great job just chopping away at the leg. I'm imagining the mobility of Sanchez is starting to dwindle a little bit here, which is why he was so quick to go in for that takedown.
Just look at that left calf. It's ruby red like a strawberry already.
Nice combination off the jab, then leg kick. Cowley putting that combination together very well.
Yeah, Cian's looking very confident in the boxing. His last fight was an exhibition with boxing, so he's just letting those hands fly, looking very confident in there.
And he has a little Conor McGregor, see that type of guard.
That loose guard. Made very popular in Ireland by Conor McGregor. A lot of imitators, but man, those leg kicks look more like Dustin Poirier.
Yeah.
Those low calf kicks.
And just to piggyback off that, some of these guys that are competing today, representing Ireland, are the backbone of Conor McGregor. They sparred with him, they travel with him. So some of that style of Conor McGregor will be here. In fact, Conor McGregor is a reason why they fight. They were inspired to go to Ireland and find a gym.
Leg kick working wonders. Minute 15 left in round number 1, and he cannot miss with that lead jab, Alex.
Yeah, he's really executing the jab, and that's going to start opening up some other options for him. It's going to be interesting to see what kind of combinations he goes into here to Sanchez.
If he keeps chopping that left leg at Sanchez, I question how long it can last. You could see that some of the adjustments there, because that pain, he's feeling it.
Also, round number 2, round number 3, that pain starts sinking in. Mobility becomes a real issue.
You can see it. See how that stiffness in that left leg is not moving too much, not being too mobile.
It'll definitely be interesting to see what the advice is for Sanchez in the corner. We see Coach Eli, who's also the coach of Romero Jimenez, so he has some boxing tips that he'll be able to give him, maybe to angle out and get some more options for a takedown.
Or move into the body, you know, work Cowley's body. Get in there. You're going to have to take a couple of punches in there, but work the midsection.
Now really feeling confident. See Cowley moving forward, not worried at all about the offense of Daniel Sanchez. There can only be one boss, and so far it has been Cowley with a big right hand, but we'll see round number 2.
I want you to do nothing different. You understand? I want you to bring in our wishes. You understand? Off your jab. Power off your jab. And remember, the legals. Do you understand? Right? Right. Now don't listen to that. Breathe in, Kino. Breathe in. Go on, come chill out. Okay. How'd you feel? How'd you feel? Don't worry about him. You can see him now in a minute. Right? Okay? Okay? Right? Just keep doing what you're doing. In control with the jab. Here. That is going to work, and that's going to work. Do you understand? There. That is always going to work. But this is going to work, and that's going to work. Off that. And if each one comes in again like that, up at your knee. Feeling good? That's it. Remember, you're the boss, right? Yeah, right, nice and smart, right? Come on, he's fucked now, come on. Right,
Welcome to a round number 2. I didn't think we would see the blood coming down from the shin of Daniel Sanchez.
Oh, did you see his reaction?
Yep.
I mean, that looks like a horror movie film.
Like he got bit by a shark. They could still stop this one.
Yes. I mean, that is...
Leaking like a faucet.
I just heard that's too big to go on. Don't know if it was the doctor.
Oh, Lord. I mean, one more kick there, you're just... Yeah, just
I think the doctor
not looking good, yeah.
Give him the jab and then kick it straight away.
Well, the Irish coach making his wishes evident. Kick him immediately. He gets in there, kick him. But I don't think this one's going to continue.
Yeah, no, that is really deep, guys, and safety first.
And Cowley, that look in his eyes like he would stomp right through that shin if he had to.
He seems ready to go, and he's doing this for his grandma, who's not too healthy right now.
Yeah, you're right. He did mention that to me, Alex.
Fighting with passion for sure.
Yeah, literally, his father right now is in the hospital with his grandmother.
This fight is over. Doctor has said too deep of a cut cannot continue. And judging from the blood, we're seeing a leak onto the mat. I got to agree that was the right decision.
Yeah, I mean, you don't have to be the smartest person to figure out that he was just going to keep on attacking that leg. So it was a matter of time the doctors were going to step in, because the situation that is, it was just going to make it worse.
And that's right, deep cut leads to the end of this fight. It will be a TKO on the board for Ireland. One thing they love in Ireland, almost as much as fighting, is their beer. Welcome inside La Jaula. It was an action-packed first round, but leg kicks, and Ireland is on the board 1-0.
El tiempo oficial, 4 minutos y 59 segundos del round número 1, the official time, 4 minutes and 59 seconds of round number 1. And the winner by technical knockout, el ganador por knockout técnico desde Irlanda, Cian Cowley.
You heard it, Cowley, 6-5 now as a pro in an absolute wipeout, putting Ireland on the board. I mean, that's how you script it, Alex.
Yeah, he was attacking that leg like a serrated edge, and he got the job done. Daniel Sanchez still down in pain, but getting up now. Hope quick recovery for him.
Yeah, good stoppage, but, you know, this is the story of the fight right here, Alex.
Yeah, look at him go with those leg kicks. I mean, he told me that they were his favorite kick for a reason, and he got it done. He shut down the wrestling like he did, and then the jab was just going straight down the pipe the entire fight. If it wasn't that leg that got hurt, it definitely was going to be more damage to the face or nose. So I guess this is a good situation for Daniel getting out with the leg injury.
Yeah, knocked down at the end of round number 1 by that right hand. Beautiful timing on it. So it wasn't like he was just having success with the leg kicks. His striking was on point tonight against Daniel Sanchez. And oh my God, those leg kicks opened up a hole right in the middle of the shin of Daniel Sanchez. Rodolfo Roman in the jaula now with the winner. We'll hear from him in a moment. But it was the leg kicks. They're not on here, and they were the story of the fight. Rodolfo, what does the winner have to say? Let us know, my man.
Thanks, guys. Cian, you definitely had the recipe to stop a wrestler with those vicious low kicks. You took him out of his place. I took note. You looked at that cut and your response to it facially, you were yourself surprised, like, whoa.
Yeah, I knew, well, when I seen the cut, I knew like that's going to be tough for him because I'm gonna kick that area from the bell on the second round. So I knew that was going to be a problem if the doctor was to let it go. But yeah, fair play to the doctor for stopping it because it would have got a lot worse.
Yeah, Cian, was that the game plan from the start? Just low kick, or you were going to go ahead and dabble a little bit with the striking with him?
Yeah, it was just going to stay safe like I always do and try to win the fight as efficient as I can and stay safe. And I knew from what I could find online with that guy, like he seemed to have like one punch explosive power on hours. So I had to be wary of that as well. And also, they all turn into grapplers when I fight them, so I had to be wary of that as well, not to get caught in any sloppy grappling exchanges. So, yeah, the game plan was, as always, just stay behind my jab, use my kicks, and then if he gets close, then go to work. So that's exactly the way the first round went, exactly how I planned. Keep me distance. I had me range there. You could see, I think I dropped him at the last second there, so I would have, the second round, I had his number. He would have been out there in the second round anyway, so.
And Cian, this is not just your particular W for you. This is more meaningful to you. Your grandmother right now, as we speak, is in the hospital with your father. You dedicated this fight to her. How you feeling? I'm sure Grandma's very happy right now.
Yeah, I hope so. I mean, Nanny means everything to me, and she's at home in the hospital at the moment. And a lot of my family usually come with me to fights, but obviously they have to stay with her and mind her. So lucky to have my brother come over with me. So straight back to Dublin now to my nanny, and I'm happy I got the win and don't have any scratches. She sent me a video there on the way to the venue saying, make sure you don't come home with any bumps and bruises. So I'm here without a scratch on me, so happy days.
Well, fighting is definitely in your bloodline. Thanks so much, Cian. We'll look forward to seeing you here in La Jaula. Back to you guys.
An incredible performance for Ireland, 1-0 now over Mexico. Cian Cowley, he said it. It's wasn't just a kind of performance where he relied on his technique. He said, I didn't want to get hurt. And look at Daniel Sanchez, the price of those leg kicks. That was after round number 1. If you can believe that, a hole right through the shin. But we are just getting started. Ireland versus Mexico. Ireland on the board first. Mexico looking to get back in it. Don't go anywhere.
This fight was brought to you by Forged Irish Stout.
Welcome back to Combate Global. It rolls on. Ireland versus Mexico in the welterweight division, 170 pounds. Stephen Costello from Ireland versus Ovidio Bojorquez from Mexico. It rolls on. Ireland, Mexico. Beatrice, get us ready to go.
Entrando a la jaula, Stephen Costello.
you haven't noticed, which I have so far, Ireland versus Mexico, giants from Ireland, big at 170 pounds. You look at Stephen Costello, as you watch him walk into La Jaula. He is a big 170-pounder.
Yes, he's a big 170-pounder, but he's also a very sweet guy. Yes, he's going in La Jaula to break things, but in his free time, he likes to build things. He's a carpenter, so he's very cerebral too in his fighting style, and we'll see that against Ovidio Bojorquez, who is a tough cookie to break down.
The guy is definitely chiseled, so he uses those hammers and carpentry very well, I'll tell you that much. But this guy is a stud and has the tools to stop Bojorquez. In the earlier rounds in his previous fights, you'll see that he'll start off with his grappling. And when you have a guy in the size and the stature and it will definitely wear you down. But as the fight gets more into the latter part, his endurance could be sometimes questionable. So endurance here, the longevity will be key.
And all that muscle burns a lot of gas. His opponent from Mexico knows that. How will he take advantage? Beatrice, bring him in.
Su oponente, Ovidio Bojorquez.
Ovidio Bojorquez trains out of Rise Combat Sports, a veteran hero of Combate. La Jaula is not new territory to him. Amateur record of 8-0. He's been training as a martial artist since he was 13 years old, so he definitely has the confidence. How does he get around, Rodolfo, the physicality of his Irish opponent?
He needs to first pass through that first round. Once he gets to the second round, he can start working his thing. Look, he had some difficulties last time around when he faced Georgie Medina, right, where he out-wrestled him. Then he picked up a win against Alberto Gonzalez, who's known for his striking. So if he learned and he took anything from that fight, Alex, for Medina, is try to keep the fight as much as you can in the stand-up. And again, the key is take it on to the second and see what you can carry on from there.
And on your point of getting it to the second, when I talked to Ovidio this past week, he said, I'm going to be patient and look for the finish. But patience is going to be key. He's not trying to rush things like he was with Georgie and get a little tired out there.
And that's what experience gives you, a little bit of patience. Let's see if that's a factor tonight as we get the head-to-head. Costello, 6 years older than his opponent. They're both 6'1", same reach, and they both made 170, although Costello a lot bigger. Let's get it started, Beatrice.
Continuamos con mucha más acción este duelo. En la división peso welter, we continue with much more action this bout. In the welterweight division, los jueces son, the judges are Dorian Mirasola, James Lázaro, and Richard Green Sr. Y ahora, damas y caballeros, llegó el momento de un combate global. Introducing the blue corner, en la esquina azul, wearing green, vestido de verde, su peso oficial, 170.6 libras, his official weight, 170.6 pounds, con un récord profesional de 3 victorias y 2 derrotas, with a pro record, 3 victories and 2 losses. From Dublin, Ireland, Stephen Costello! En la esquina roja, in the red corner, wearing red, vestido de rojo, su peso oficial, 170.2 libras, his official weight, 170.2 pounds, with a pro record, 5 victories and 2 losses, con un récord profesional de 5 victorias y 2 derrotas, de Hermosillo, Sonora, México, vía Tucson, Arizona, Ovidio Bojorquez. El referee, Raúl Borrata.
Obey my commands and protect yourself at all times. I expect a clean fight. Touch gloves now. Okay, guantes. Back to your quarters.
Mexico starting out Ireland starting out 1-0 against Mexico. Mexico looking to get on the board, round number 1.
That momentum, Jimmy and Alex, need to keep going for the Irish. This is the one that I was really looking forward to, because both these guys have power finishes, early first round, second round. Bojorquez, I don't even think he's even gone to the third round as far as I'm concerned. And Costello, I mean, this is a chiseled dude. He has gone the distance, but that is questionable as he gets into the latter part of the fight. His gas will come down.
And you'll definitely see some of that patience here. The last time Ovidio was in La Jaula, he got a finish against Albert. And nice body kick from him there.
Yeah, it's tough. It's up. And then there's their grappling right there to get things going.
Early takedown attempt from Steven Costello, the fighter from Ireland. Nice counter by Bojorquez, but that's right, Costello able to transition, end up on top. Well, this is where you don't want to be early in a fight.
Yeah, Ovidio needs to just overcome the situation, hang on to his feet, be a little patient, and if he's able to carry on to the second round, this fight could be his.
Yeah, but we are barely a minute into round number 1, and a giant fighter at 170 has his back, both hooks in. This is when the submissions are a lot easier. Opponents aren't sweaty. It's hard to slip out of there.
Ovidio's near his corner right now, so he can get some advice from there, but he's definitely in a tough position, not ideal for where he wants to start out this fight.
Protect your neck and turn when you can. That's the advice in this position. Oh, both hooks
Plan him out.
And Costello doing a great job keeping those hips active. Just under 3:20 left in round number 1. Ovidio Bojorquez from Mexico taking on Steven Costello from Ireland in the green shorts.
Yeah, everything going the way of Costello right now, very early on in this fight. If he wants to put a quick end and go home with another W for his home country, this is the time to do it.
Good job from Bojorquez keeping this fight up against the jaula. You can't really extend, can't make your hips a factor when you're up against the fence. So Bojorquez right now in a good position considering.
And right next to his corner too, so he's able to get those pointers right there and then. It's that psychology.
Improve, Steve. Right, there we go. Body triangle. There you go, Steve Costello. There you go.
Needs to be protecting that neck, as you said, Jimmy.
Good
at all times.
Positioning, good movement from Costello.
Yeah, Costello's definitely riding Ovidio like a wave right now, just going with his motion, staying on the back, and he's staying calm right here. He's not trying to force anything. He's had a lot of time to work.
And Bojorquez right now thinking, maybe I'll just see round number 2 and really get this one started, because he's in a bad position, has been in a bad position from the beginning of the fight.
Well, taking on a guy like Georgie Medina, when he faced that defeat, really allowed him to understand where he needed to fix his holes. And this was one of those, being on the ground.
Single leg right, getting a little too high.
He may slip in, guys.
Bojorquez trying to face his opponent in guard, and will he get there? He does.
And there he does. This is where it gets fun.
What can Bojorquez do to get this round back? Back a minute 40. A punch to the cup, apparently. Was it
Steven Costello?
What is it, a strike to the groin there?
I do not know, gentlemen and ladies. Oh, great knee. He's knocked out people with those knees. So watch this. This is. Oh, I'm telling you.
This is what you were talking
about. This is what I am telling you about, guys. If they stand and bang, anything can happen. But if we go to this, then, well, hopefully we get to make it to that second and we get to see some of that.
Yeah, Costello wanted none of that stand-up. Landed some good punches, but went for the takedown and got the finish.
Yeah, but Bojorquez will not hold back. If he feels it, he's flashy, and he will go for the knockout, whether knee, strikes, kick, wherever he may find it. He has a lot of power.
And Steven Costello started jiu-jitsu at 15 years old. The McGregor factor made an MMA gym open up near him, so he started getting into MMA too, but his jiu-jitsu is very foundational, very strong. This is somewhere he wants to be.
What is going on with these stand-ups? Got in the eyes. Said he got in the eyes. Exactly why. Didn't hear the first warning, but
well, this benefits.
Stay away from the eyes.
This benefits Bojorquez, although less than 30 seconds to go. Guys, just watch. This guy will do flying knees out of nowhere. He's just waiting for the right timing.
Well, 10 seconds left. You hear the clapper, round number 1. And they go out swinging. High kick attempted. Ireland, Mexico, round number 2 coming.
had a very dominant first round, right? It was really, really good. He can't be on the ground with you, but it's not stopping him being shy with his kicks or anything. So you put him on the back foot. Keep threatening the level changes with the overhand and nearly knock him out, right? And then you've done again, boom, take him, okay? Let's get him on the ground, smother him again like you are. But listen.
There's a little bit more activity to keep your position, Steve, right? They're standing in the right? So just be aware.
But when you're on the ground.
Corner's out! Corner's out! Let's go, guys.
Welcome back to Combate Global, Ireland versus Mexico. Steven Costello versus Ovidio Bojorquez. Bojorquez from Mexico in the red, Costello from Ireland in the green.
Keep your eyes peeled, guys. Ovidio is waiting for that right timing. And he noticed, right up got off the stool. Ovidio got up and said, let's go. For Costello, a little huffing and puffing in there, guys.
It's a big guy, a lot of muscle. It seems great, but you burn a lot of gas carrying around that muscle. Good right hand from Bojorquez.
I'm smelling a highlight reel, guys. I'm telling you right now.
By the way, my broadcast partner, Rodolfo Roman, is bouncing around like he's in there fighting. But Alex, what are you seeing here about these low hands, the setup for Bojorquez as we look at the scorecards? 10-9, all three judges' scorecards for Costello in round number 1.
I think he's definitely trying to egg Costello on to really go in so he can counterpunch and execute. Ovidio has one of the most viral flying knee knockouts in Combate history, so he could have anything up his sleeve right now.
Good job with the body kick. The bigger Irish fighter at a distance. Great stuff. A little bit of a desperation takedown.
Yeah, Costello's going for desperate measures right now.
Bojorquez definitely. Oop, eye poke there.
Oh.
Well, that might be a bad one.
That was.
The way Costello is reacting.
See if we can get a replay of that.
I couldn't do anything.
We're going to have to see a replay on that. He said I didn't do anything. But the reaction of Costello. Ooh.
Well, there is a little cut right under that left eye.
Have to see it to know.
Unintentional eye poke.
Ooh. Right in deep, guys.
All right, let's see. Yep.
Yeah, I mean, look, he didn't do it intentionally. He was just posturing himself. It happens.
If that's when it happened, we did see the finger stick out and scrape the eye.
See it in slow motion here now.
Yeah, he was just positioning himself. It's it's something that you're in the heat of the moment.
Yep.
And it's under the eye, and he's telling, I'm gonna knock you out.
Ovidio still talking.
Which is so funny because Ovidio is such a soft-spoken guy.
I was about
in person.
to add on to that. Quiet guy. And this guy's just talking smack right now, which is like, whoa, what happened here?
All right, what do they say about serial killers? He's such a quiet guy. Always said hi in the morning, right? It's the guy with the body buried under his bathroom. Same thing with fighters, right? Bojorquez is willing to do anything to win, and it is obvious.
Well, the
he
thing
wants
for
the
Costello
knockout.
right now, he's definitely taking advantage of these 5 minutes, right? So he could catch his breath. But that's not whatsoever in danger of his vision. I think he should be all right to continue here.
Yeah, if you get 5 minutes, you need 5 minutes, take 5
it.
minutes. Exactly.
Because I definitely do see some redness in the actual eye itself, not just under it. So
That's what I'm trying to see, Alex. I don't. Oh, okay. He said, all right, let's go. We got a fight.
Green flag, ready to go.
We got a party.
Come here, come here.
Now let's see if
You
Ovidio
both
lives
need
up to that
stand
threat.
away from each other's eyes. No touching anymore. No BS anymore. From you or from you. Go back.
Strong words there from
Raul Porrata.
Yeah, strong words from the ref. And we are back. Ireland versus Mexico. Bojorquez in the red. Oh, nice combination. Costello in the green.
Look for the right knee of Bojorquez.
What's
Just look out
happening,
for it.
Rodolfo? Looks like those takedowns becoming more desperate.
There, just look for it, guys. Look for it, trust me.
We're starting to see a flow state for Ovidio Bojorquez, and when he gets in his flow state with striking, it is dangerous.
I love the way you say that. Flow state, right?
Yes.
It's like violent yoga up in here. That's what he's doing. But I see what you mean. Great combinations, ready for his offense. Seeing those desperation takedowns coming.
Bojorquez did it against Matthew Coloquin, who had way more of a veteran. Knocked him out with a flying knee, and also Eddie Paris some knees as well. I mean, this guy is a knockout artist.
And remember, round number 1, mostly a ground fight. Costello getting on top. Round number 2, this has been kickboxing in MMA gloves. That's been dominated by Bojorquez with this unorthodox style.
That's all he had to do, just wait out that first round and get him in the second so it could be his fight. And look how confident he is. He has his hands down. That's pure confidence.
Bojorquez likes that kind of style. Problem is, you better see your opponent's offense coming.
And I think we're really starting to see Ovidio's game plan start to come into play. He said that he was going to be patient. There have been times where he could have just let haymakers fly, and he hasn't done that.
Oh, good. We have sprawling here to stopping that takedown. Using the howler.
To single leg, easily countered by Bojorquez.
You can see he's been putting in that work with the wrestling, guys.
All right, now look at the stats. Bojorquez.
Oh, man, look at that uppercut, guys, from Bojorquez. Someone's getting knocked out right now, man. Someone's going to get knocked out.
Both shot to the... I thought both of them did it at the same time,
I know,
to
but
be honest.
You know, like he smiled, but he wanted to go.
But it's not about the...
Let's see here.
You'll see it here.
Yeah. Oh, we see double knockouts, but not double kicks to the cup.
Right? Double kicks to the cup. Nah, I've seen that before. It does happen. But just so you know at home, when he didn't react to it. The referee, it doesn't matter. When you commit a foul, the referee can stop and go, do you need time? And you can say yes, you can get 5 minutes. So that was clearly the case. I think both of them got hit.
Yeah, they did.
Take a look at it again. Yeah, both of them went underneath.
Yeah. Bojorquez got hit on the hamstring. He didn't repeat the same. It's not like he poked him in the eye again. Yeah.
Wow. Don't think a point was warranted there.
Well, the knockout then is clearly what needed for Bojorquez right now.
All right, because we have open scoring. Costello won round number 1.
Oh!
Scorecards might become irrelevant at this point.
Okay, there.
Foul coming back.
I won't be surprised if they deduct a point for the way things are going.
I'm surprised if they disqualify both of them.
That too.
Can't exactly figure out what's going on. It was a beautiful right hand over the top. Bang.
Yeah.
That's the need of the cup.
Yeah, 2 actually. It seemed almost like 2.
The problem is Bojorquez is everything was going right. You don't want to take the full 5 minutes. Momentum is on your side, but he's clearly hurt.
Yeah, he's getting a point deducted.
Okay. Hey, Rodolfo,
it's fair.
At least it's consistent.
It's fair.
I'm with it. Okay.
It's fair. Tit for tat, Jimmy.
Yep.
Wow, this is getting very interesting. Both fighters have points against them now.
You know, the bad part is, right, is that momentum. Because you're having this fun fight. Either guy, for Bojorquez going his way, and it stops because of this.
I don't mind disqualifying both of you.
Oh.
Okay? This is my case. Don't do that. All right? Either your fight or no more foul. Go back.
Guys, one more foul. I think that this might be it. I hope it doesn't get there.
I hope so as well, but we're back in the action. 1 minute left in round number 2. And what has been a banger, just like Rodolfo Roman predicted. Bojorquez going in for a takedown of his own short knees.
Well, good way for
Costello.
Good way for Bojorquez trying to take this fight right there, pinning him against the holla to kind of slow down the pace. Plus, you have 40-something seconds left. Leave it to the third.
High crotch position, not really committing to it yet.
Over the ankle pick there, yeah.
Controlling the head.
And this is where Costello will have some problems going into the third round because of the gas tank.
Had some problems with his gas in round number 2. Bojorquez taking a lot of this one over. 10 seconds left to go in round number 2 in what has been a war. Ireland versus Mexico. We'll have round number 3 when we come back.
Not bad. Breathe. Round 3. Okay. Okay, that's all right. That's right. It's footwork, okay? Breathe. Hey, I want you to throw that up kick again, that front kick, and the tong kick to the body. Okay, tong kick to the body.
Fight with clean.
Yes, sir.
But my ball.
Okay. Yeah.
No, it's paying so much. You won that round, man.
Yeah, that was your round.
You won the round, bro.
5 minutes. You got 5 minutes in you?
Yeah.
Okay, breathe deep. Into your nose, out your mouth. Here, here's the water. You can have some if you want. You control it. Okay? 5 minutes. Go fuck. How bad do you want this? You want this?
Yeah.
Let's go fucking get it, okay? You got 5 minutes. Use those hands, okay? Use those hands. Don't be too wide. Let those punches go and bring your hands back to your face.
Corners out! Corners out! Out!
Welcome back to a wild fight, round number 3. Stephen Costello from Ireland taking on Ovidio Bojorquez from Mexico. Bojorquez in the red.
Hugging it out.
Costello in the green, little hug out. Start round number 3.
Guys, this round is going to be insane.
Both fighters lost a point in round number 2. At least it was equal. Bojorquez losing round number 1. We believe winning round number 2. It's been about his striking. No surprise, it is all tied, 18-18. Weird numbers because of the point deductions for both fighters. But it is all tied up. Winner of this 3rd round wins the fight. Costello, we worried about his gas tank, Rodolfo. Looks like he's coming out with a big burst in round number 3.
Well, you know, all those stops in that 2nd round, they was able to some time to recuperate.
This is what led to round number 1 success. The takedown and the back take, 1 hook in.
For Bojorquez, he needs to find a way to get this fight right back to the feet.
Now both hooks.
And the body triangle, locking it in.
Oh.
Takes all the energy out of you, that body triangle.
And for Costello, I mean, all he has to do is just weigh out this 3 minutes and change. Be active in this position, and he could take this one home.
That's right, all he has to do is kill 3 minutes, 30 seconds. That's what he did in round number 1. Took the back, never let it go. Fighter from Ireland looking to do the same thing. Bojorquez had a great round number 2, but now on the defensive. He needs to do something big to get out of this body triangle.
I wouldn't be surprised, though, if there's a switch. Yeah, the activity is there. The movement is there from both guys. They both are working. I know the referee kind of... And he may flip it, guys. He's just waiting. Remember, they are very slippery right now.
Yep, not a ton of effort. Briefly went for the rear naked. And now looking for that switch and nothing doing. Good job by Stephen Costello to keep that body triangle tight.
Bojorquez finding his way. Doesn't have anything.
Ovidio Bojorquez.
But what's that doing there is cutting out that oxygen by putting in that bicep right there close to his mouth and nose.
Fatiguing strategy with 2 minutes left. The fighter from Ireland has 1 in the bank, and he take round number 3. Ovidio Bojorquez from Mexico now in desperation mode. Has to turn this one around.
He's getting to his knees. But Jimmy, what can Ovidio do to break that body triangle? Oh, there it goes.
There it is.
You gotta get that foot in between your legs.
Now he got mount.
Transition to
now. Bojorquez is in trouble. When you got a guy that weighs a lot more than what he weighed in today.
Yeah. Big 170-pounder. He is putting his hips in perfectly.
He's got to scramble out.
Last chance to turn, and
Yeah,
Doesn't look like it's going to happen.
That body lock has been very tight, making it very difficult for the Bojorquez to escape Alex. And right now, he's just has to pray that somehow this fight lands on his feet, Alex.
Yeah, Steven has just really impressed me with the way he's been able to ride the wave on the back.
On top.
Now he has him in his guard.
Right now, he just has to unleash.
1 minute left in round number 3. If this goes to the judges' scorecards, he almost certainly loses. It's knockout, submission, or go home with an L right now for Ovidio Bojorquez.
He's got to let that ground and pound fly, but Steven is doing a good job holding him down so that he stays close to him, unable to unleash the ground and pound.
Fighter from Ireland got it done on the ground.
Or if he's quick enough, if he's able to explode, just rip that block, which is already a little loose for Costello, and just try to get at the feet.
30 seconds left to go in round number 3. It's been a war between these two welterweights.
Watch out for Costello's elbow there to the head. Has to be careful. We've seen some funky stuff in this fight.
10 seconds left in round number 3. Can the fighter from Mexico get the finish? And Costello finishing the fight on top. It was a banger of a fight, just as we expected. Great stuff. Who got the judge's decision? That is the question. We will answer that as soon as we come back. Ireland, Mexico, when we return to Combate Global.
This fight was brought to you by Forged Irish Stout.
Welcome inside La Jaula. Steven Costello, Ovidio Bojorquez went to war. Who won it?
After 3 rounds of much more action, this is the final decision. Después de 3 vueltas de mucha más acción, esta es la decisión oficial. Los 3 jueces entregan tarjetas idénticas de 28 a 27. All 3 judges turning identical scorecards of 28 to 27. All in favor of the winner by way of unanimous decision. Todos a favor del ganador por decisión unánime. From Ireland, Stephen Costello!
Left, Steven Costello in the green. Little confusion there.
They both put up a good fight, that's why you get it. Okay, well, we'll say that. We'll say that.
They certainly did. And this was the story of the fight, right? The striking mostly controlled by Bojorquez, but the takedown, the ground and pound, the positioning, all belonging to the fighter from Ireland.
If we were able to take those stoppages, I would have. What would have happened?
Yes.
Because it would have made a big difference, especially in Cancelos's gas tank, Alex. He took the win despite the fact, right? It's another victory for Ireland.
Yeah, Costello did what he needed to do when he was getting hit by Ovidio. He did the takedown, got it, and secured the position and was able to hold a big guy down like that. That's some control right there. Jiu-jitsu showed out.
Exciting fight from both fighters, but Ireland on the board 2-0. Can Mexico get back in it? We find out next. Welcome back to Combate Global. It's been an amazing evening and it rolls on. That's right, Manuela, Marconetto versus Lucero Acosta.
Entrando a la jaula, Manuela Marconetto.
There's Manuela Marconetto. The flag of Italy is what she's representing tonight. Competed for K1 for 4 years. She moved to the UK, started training MMA. No English. Had to just figure out what she was shown. But known for that stand-up, known for that kickboxing ability. And when you saw the weigh-in with Rodolfo, she is big for this weight class.
And dude, intense. That's why I think this is going to be a good fight. Both Loba and Marconetto was just staring hard.
We will see if that intensity leads to action on the feet. It's been dynamic so far. Don't expect that to stop here at Combate Global. Italy versus Mexico. When we come back, don't go anywhere. Manuela, Marconetto on your left, representing Italy. On your right, La Loba, Lucero, Acosta. Coming back to La Jaula, where she is a bona fide star. Will she live up to that tonight against the K1 standout with a big size advantage? Jimmy Smith, Alex Wendling, and Rodolfo Roman. It has been all action so far. We've seen Ireland versus Mexico. Ireland up 2-0. This, Italy versus Mexico, but a similar kind of style divide here, right? The K1 standout, known for her striking. Acosta, great boxing, but her overall MMA game, that's what she's looking to improve. Do we see it evolve tonight, Rodolfo?
I won't be surprised if we see something new, just takedowns from Acosta just to throw off Manuela. Because like she said earlier on today, I'm not here to hug and make friends. I'm here to stand and bang and put on a show. Now, that star quality of La Loba, right? There's an intimidation factor to it. Stardom has its privileges. Do we see Manuela Marconetto freeze under the big lights? That is the question. It's not about the numbers. Beatrice, get us started.
Continuamos con mucha más acción. Este es el evento coestelar de esta noche. We continue with much more action. This is the co-main event of the evening. División Peso Mosca, Flyweight Division. Los jueces son the judges are John Rupert, Dorian Mirasola y James Lázaro. Y ahora, damas y caballeros, llegó el momento de un combate global. Introducing the blue corner, en la esquina azul, wearing red and green, vestida de rojo y verde. Su peso oficial, 125.4 libras. Her official weight, 125.4 pounds. With a pro record, 4 victories and 4 losses. Con un récord profesional de 4 victorias y 4 derrotas. From Torino, Italy, Manuela, the Butcher's daughter, Marconetto. En la esquina roja, in the red corner, wearing blue and white, vestida de azul y blanco. Su peso oficial, 125.4 libras. Her official weight, 125.4 pounds. Con un récord profesional de 4 victorias y 2 derrotas. With a pro record, 4 victories and 2 losses. De Tijuana, Baja California, via Mexico City, Lucero, La Loba, Acosta. El referee, Marcos Pérez de Panamá.
Okay, you already know the rules. I want a clean fight. Obey my command at all time. Okay, touch whoever you want. Go to your corner.
They look ready to go.
I thought they weren't gonna. I really thought they weren't gonna touch gloves, but they did. Okay.
Manuela Marconetto in the green and red, taking on La Loba.
I thought she was
blue
gonna.
and white.
Oh, that's her footy.
Nice
Great
leg
chip.
kick.
Yeah. And there's some of that grappling. La Loba is not a stranger to. She knows that all her foes go to that technique right from the start. But La Loba said, not today, homie.
Yeah, that's right. La Loba, Lucero Acosta, representing Mexico. I don't know about her star power, but only 4-2 in MMA, just getting her career started. Used to be known mostly for her boxing. She's added the guillotine to her resume. A little bit of grappling there.
Liking those low kicks from La Loba, you know, that really to throw off Marconetto. Oh, and she sure there
timing.
Is. Loving it. Woo!
Now starting to unload. Good right hand.
Marconetto might be out, guys.
I think she might be. Turning to La Jaula.
Look at that right hand from Lucero. She's coming in, connecting quite clearly, and is not... Boy.
Yeah, she's not backing off,
no.
to your point, Rodolfo.
No. Alex, at this point, Marconetto, I mean, she needs to move around a bit.
Yeah, she's definitely trying to stay composed. Interested to see if she's going to go try to clinch things up here, because La Loba is unloaded on the feet.
And that's an experience thing. You realize you're getting beat, you need a second. Looks like, however, Marconetto looking to fight fire with fire, staying in the face of La Loba.
And look at the confidence in La Loba. She just feels it, right? She knows where she started. She knows that she has this fight in her pocket.
And then Loba is going in and out, in and out. It's
Beautiful,
the rhythm
yeah.
that Manuela hasn't been able to pinpoint quite yet.
Oh, wait a second.
And speaking of...
Was that a right hand? I missed it. Okay.
Got right in with the right hand. You were talking right about timing, Alex. She timed the right hand perfectly.
And look at that guillotine.
La Loba in guillotine position.
Not a good way to step in out. Oh, okay.
Another good right hand over the top. We got a fight, ladies
Yes,
and
we
gentlemen.
do. And this is only the co-main?
Absolutely unbelievable. Both these ladies came to fight. Looks like La Loba trying to clear the cobwebs a little bit.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Oh,
Both of them earning each other's respect on the feet right now.
Oh, that right hand from Marconetto.
Beautiful
Dynamite.
Job. Rodolfo, when you and I were talking about this fight and the skills of Marconetto, we said she's got the build. She has the background. In fights she's lost, she doesn't throw enough. This time out, she's throwing punches.
You know, if you look at her record, pretty much all her fights have gone the distance. I don't see this one going the distance.
Would be amazed as we're halfway through round number 1. Both fighters have been hit by a ton of significant strikes.
Yeah, now the pace of La Loba has gone down a bit. Now she's trying to do some flashiness, some of that step and move.
This is when the damage, Alex, starts kind of sinking in a little bit. You start getting a little tired, start feeling those punches.
Yeah, Manuela's probably feeling it on her leg, too. Those first leg kicks from La Loba were vicious.
Very well timed. They seem to take the balance out at exactly the right time.
The thing with La Loba is she'll get on this flurry of wild punches, and Marconetto's really reading it so well when to strike.
Yeah, countered very well.
And you can see the frustration of Loba. You saw that, because I do it. When you're trying it, you get it.
Right hand. And it seems as though Marconetto sees something in the attack of La Loba with that right hand. She's starting to get the timing.
Because when she throws those lobby-sided punches, that's where she's able to connect with that right hand, right smack in the middle.
But Manuela seeming to keep her head on the center line. La Loba able to touch there.
And neither fighter using a whole lot of head movement, especially when on the attack.
Yeah, there's no movement here whatsoever, Jimmy. The straight shot.
A couple of good right hands from La Loba.
Questions. And look, Loba has great cardio. She could carry on with this pace throughout the fight.
Maybe the advantage in her back pocket as we draw, as round number 1 draws to a close. 40 seconds left.
Yeah, I see that happen because I do it myself. But when you touch your gloves out of frustrations, but you almost give it away to your opponent that you're showing it that you're frustrated.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a tell.
Yeah.
Marconetto trying to close aggressively. 20 seconds left in a very close first round. One last knockdown might seal this. And La Loba is going for a big right hand. And she's showing that she has a lot of fight left in her. Another big right. That's the end of round number 1.
There's a whole lot of howling left in La Loba, guys.
Wow. The boss, Campbell McLaren, walking by us, full of emotion.
Let's take a look here. La Loba coming in fierce right from the start with that
leg
kick to the taking her down. Then she wasn't wasting any time right from the start, Alex. It was just non-stop, but Marconetto was ready to feed the time, and this isn't in.
And when La Loba gets hit, she seems to handle it a little bit better.
All right, work of the legs. Don't worry about the legs. Don't worry about the kicks. Jab at 32. Jab, jab, and throw the hand. Work on that side. And a 32 is you know, code for whatever combination that they have on their team. Just a FYI to people out there listening.
Every team has the code.
Yep.
Every team has the language. Whatever 32 is, we're going to see it in round number 2.
Could be 3-2. Combination.
Here we go, round number 2. The fighter from Italy, Manuela Marconetto. In the green and red, La Loba, Lucero Acosta. in the blue and white.
Woo! And Marconetto previously was at the Great Britain top team with Brad Pickett.
Right now, she's getting tattooed and backing up. Rodolfo. Another good right hand from La Loba.
La Loba is headhunting to the body.
And it's over. Another TKO for La Loba in round number 2.
Phenomenal work from La Mexicana.
Who can stop that girl, man?
Got dropped in round number 1, but never took her foot off the gas after that, full of confidence. Marconetto gave it everything she could, but La Loba victorious again in La Jaula. Wow. A gutty performance. She had to dig deep for that one, but knockout power once again.
And it was nonstop. When she felt that her prey was in trouble, she just kept going. Here you go, you see it. She'll find her again with that right hand, keeps it coming, switches to the body a little bit, and finishes it off to the head.
It's like watching an F1 car just nonstop with the hands. Beautiful.
No intelligent defense here. She was really hurt on the feet right here with the right hand.
Yeah.
But once she curled up, it was that lack of intelligent defense, right? Not a lot of these getting through, but nowhere to move, not offering anything back. Good job by the referee on that stoppage. Wow. Lucero, Acosta, another fantastic victory. We'll make it official when we come back. It has been the site of so much action, La Jaula.
El tiempo oficial, 32 segundos del round número 2, the official time. 32 seconds of round number 2. And the winner, by technical knockout, la ganadora, por knockout técnico, desde México, Lucero, La Loba, Acosta.
La Loba moves to 5-2. Yeah, I want that title. No surprise there. Another huge knockout. Says she wasn't here to make friends. That's how you don't make friends, right, Alex?
Yeah, you knock out your opponent. You don't stop until the ref pulls you off. That was a great finish. Look at Manuela. It's nice to see her really letting things fly, but La Loba getting it done and really impressive on the feet.
I looked in her eyes at the weigh-ins, and it was just pure intensity, and that is what unfolded here right from the start. That bell rang, there was no way of stopping Acosta. She did get rocked there for that right, but she was able to overcome, get right back to her feet, and pick up where she left off. Now, at one point, I thought that Marconetto was playing a little bit of possum, but not in that second round where she came in like, nah. It was just me overthinking. She definitely felt the power from La Loba, who made it extra loud with that howl, leaving off La Jaula, guys.
The toughness and the grit of La Loba to bounce back after being knocked down, that is true Mexican heart right there, and that's why she has so many fans that watch her fight every single time. It is a diehard fan, and wow, look at her get the win. Mexico's on the board now. It wasn't against an Irish fighter, it was against an Italian, but they're on the board.
Does count as a win.
It's a win to win.
That as number 1, and look at the stats. Other than the kicks, right, 14-7. Pretty similar in terms of number, but here's the difference. Lucero, La Loba, Acosta could walk through Marconetto's punches. Marconetto couldn't do the same. In round number 2, Marconetto was throwing those shots. La Loba was just going right through them to land her own power. Not all significant strikes are created equal. I think that fight was the perfect example.
This fight is presented by Forged Irish Stout.
It is Ireland versus Mexico. Patrick Lehane representing Ireland on your left. Roberto Romero. Like that? Yeah, on the right.
You're working on it. You're working on it.
Thank you.
Okay.
Very, very welcome. So far, Ireland winning all of their fights versus Mexico. Can Mexico turn it around? Both guys young, 24 and 23 respectively. Look at the height advantage of Patrick Lehane. Also a slight reach advantage for the Irishman. How will he use it? Beatrice, get it going.
Continuamos con mucha más acción. Este es el evento estelar de esta noche. We continue with much more action. This is the main event of the evening. División Peso Pluma, Featherweight Division. Los jueces son, the judges are Richard Green Sr., John Rupert y James Lázaro. Y ahora, damas y caballeros, llegó el momento de un combate global. Introducing the blue corner, la esquina azul, wearing white, vestido de blanco. Su peso oficial, 145.6 libras, his official weight, 145.6 pounds, con un récord profesional de 5 victorias y 2 derrotas, with a pro record of 5 victories and 2 losses. From Cork, Ireland, Patrick "The Leash" Lehane. En la esquina roja, in the red corner, wearing red, vestido de rojo, su peso oficial, 145.4 libras, his official weight, 145.4 pounds, with a pro record, 7 victories and 2 losses, con un récord profesional de 7 victorias y 2 derrotas. De Irvine, California, vía Chihuahua, México, Roberto, el Charro Negro, Romero. El referee, Raúl Porrata.
Obey my commands at all times. Protect yourself at all times. Quiero una pelea limpia. Toquen guantes ahora. Touch gloves. Back to your quarters.
We're ready to start round number 1. Patrick Lehane representing Ireland versus Roberto Romero in the red representing Mexico.
Man, it's crazy to think Roberto has not lost since March of 2021. 6 wins, well actually 7 fights, all 6 wins minus 1, which was a draw, which is that fight of the year against Sena Montañez.
Already coming out with a quick jab. No fear. Going after the Irishman on the feet. One thing
very
we see
tight.
Roberto, man, every time it's been Ireland versus Mexico, the Irish have been gigantic by comparison. Same weight class, 145, but you saw 6 foot Patrick Lehane.
And one thing, Alex, if you're injured, you've been away for some time, you do have that spare time to think and work on your tools, but that ring rust, right? That could come into play.
It's a real thing.
It definitely could. Here we see him clinched up against the cage. Roberto, the shorter man, but he has some muscle on him, and Pat Lehane able to work some Fred headlock game here. Gets back out, and we're at the distance again.
Yeah, back to the feet, quick scramble from both men. Low blow, little timeout.
It happens.
You have, Alex?
I can't
no
say
idea.
I relate.
Oh my God, no close off.
Women, okay.
Smash
Yes,
yourself
I know we have a
in the
different...
liver. Smash yourself in the liver.
Well, that's even worse.
Yes, thank you. It's kind of what it feels like. Boom, right to the cup. You guys seeing that just winced. And we are back. Round number 1.
Kicking a field goal.
Dynamic movement from both fighters right
I was
now.
about to say, both these guys so quick.
Fast. And look at that bobbing and weaving from Romero, which is so exceptional. And in MMA, is so rare to find and really adapt to bring it in. What I'm liking from Patrick Lehane is, despite that pressure from Romero not really being phased from it, he's reacting very well to it.
Yeah, very, very calm. Romero chasing the takedown, had a lot of success against Slick J, Justin Vasquez, from these positions.
Yeah, the way Roberto moves, he really is just like a pit bull in there. Broad shoulders, really able to put that force against Pat, but he's sneaking in some knees there too.
Some veteran stuff from both fighters. Finding those little entries, quick knees. And body lock now from Romero. Best position he's had so far against La Jaula.
Definitely giving the word there to work. There is some movement though, some knee exchanges. The corner,
nice short
doubles,
elbow.
Yeah.
Romero really going to work here.
But
Good
Patrick,
groin shot on the way out.
Second one.
Yeah, one each now.
One at a piece.
And I know for sure Pat is no stranger to that. We had one in his last fight very similar to that, and it went pretty viral on TikTok. So I know this feeling is nothing new to him, but hopefully he can walk it off, give him the time that he needs.
Nothing new, but never good.
Yeah, it's never good.
Never pleasant.
The way it's going, I hope we don't have more of these because this is such a good fight on paper. I hope that, I mean, I know things are unintentional, but.
There's all the positions they've been in. A lot of clinch positions. Both guys trading kicks back and forth.
Ready.
But not a lot of time taken by the fighter from Ireland. Look, I don't blame a fighter for milking it, but neither fighter has. Let's put it that way. Oh, nice left hand off that spinning kick.
Patrick fighting tall compared to Romero.
The power behind Romero's kicks right now is very, very tough against Pat.
Strong dude, man. It's that jab that he is powerful.
Yeah, both guys countering so well.
Yeah, man, this is
high-level stuff.
This is great stuff right here.
Staying in the chest of the taller fighter. No matter what advantages your opponent has, they can be turned into negatives. Doesn't have long limbs, stay right inside their chest.
Ooh, those elbows, the short elbows, which he did in that previous stance not long ago. Are brutal.
Not letting the hand off the hook. Complaining to the referee about something. Everything looks legal to me so far.
Yeah, Roberto here for the clinch, working on those knees from all angles, the body, the knees, the thighs.
Man, I would not want to be a judge with 40 seconds left to go in round number one. Very close fight, back and forth. Both fighters having their moments.
Sneaky
Just as I said it, sneaky trip.
Beautiful.
It's exactly what you want with 30 seconds left. Ice the round.
You might be surprised. Another plex. Yep, greatly executed by Patrick.
Yep, nice mat return.
And he's going to, riding him through the leech.
But a nice turn by Romero to end up on top.
Big mistake there.
There's the 10-second clapper. And what has been an exciting round number one, Ireland, Mexico, continues to round two.
Breathe. Okay. Take the water in your hands. Okay, that's the most energy he's going to have now. Right? That was a close round. Yeah, close round. That takedown was sweet at the end. Really good. I just want you finding wrists earlier when your back is to the fence. Okay. All right, but we can find thumb posts and you can join your hands together. That eliminates the crease, right? The grip you can trust is palm to palm, right? So pummel in for double underhooks, get the body lock and turn them with those. Got it? Okay. You're winning the stand-up exchanges. Okay, you won the wrestling. Right? Close. You win the next two, right? Okay, let's go.
Welcome back to Combate Global, round number two. Patrick Lehane versus Roberto Romero. Romero representing Mexico in the red, Lehane representing Ireland in the white. In between rounds, he complained to his corner, but not the referee. I want to make this abundantly clear that his opponent, Romero, was greased because the guy's greasy. I can't hold on to him. But has not complained to the referee about it, although we did see him turn to the ref when they were against the fence. Didn't hear what he said. Yeah.
Oh boy, that's just what to anticipate in the next second. Oh, open scoring here.
And Roberto Romero, all three judges, 10-9. Was a close first round. Are you surprised no
close.
judge saw it for Lehane? Does that surprise you at all?
Yeah, that surprised me a little bit after that sneaky trip that he got at the end there.
That we didn't see it 2-1 maybe. At least one judge saw it his way, but it's across the board for Romero. Remember, it is open scoring, so the corners and therefore the fighters know the score.
Yeah, but if that first round defines of what to be expecting of the two, man, we're in for a lot of fun.
But it's these positions that have kind of been dominated by Romero, chest to chest against La Jaula. Right in front of Colin Oyama, his coach.
And by the way, both corners have told their fight they're both tired. Like, both these guys have a lot of endurance, so they're not going to get tired.
Don't you love that? He's tired. Yeah, so am I. So am I. It's not like I'm not tired.
But these guys are very durable, both Lehane and Romero. I mean, they can go a long way. They will not get tired.
And Romero, from significant strikes, he has just been landing like crazy, much more accurate than Romero.
Well, good strategy for Roberto Romero here to get him in the clinch, landing those knees, stopping Patrick from moving. And at the same time, he conserves a little energy here. Pinning him towards the hollow where he had him. Oh, good elbow there from Patrick, sneaking it in.
That may have hurt Romero.
Oh.
Look for Lehane to maybe try and break out and get some space here, but Romero like a dog with a frisbee. Same thing against Justin Vasquez. Vasquez kept trying to get space, and Romero never let him off the hook.
And it isn't off the clinch, off the break, those sneaky elbows that he's getting in. Maybe potentially a different type of elbow that he could sneak in there too. But Romero is just non-stop pressure on him right now, not giving him any opportunities to get space.
Now just a little bit. What can the fighter from Ireland do with it?
This is where Patrick likes it, right here in the center of La Jaula.
He kind of stumbled into that clinch. Oh, nice combination.
Great footwork.
Short, awkward. Went for a takedown of his own. Romero not having it. That's where the height advantage becomes a disadvantage. You got to get underneath your opponent's hips, and you're 6 feet tall. It's not easy to do.
He's got the body lock here, both underhooks. We'll see if he'll look to do anything with it. He looks pretty content to just keep Pat pinned against the Jaula.
Yeah, to your point, Alex, what we haven't seen from Romero is that real commitment to the doubling, right? Really getting the hips underneath. He's been content to kind of work in this body clinch or over-under position.
Yeah, that's all it is. And landing in sneaking, those sneaking in the elbows.
Pat starting to let the jab fly a little bit. He's particularly inspired by Conor McGregor, so let's see if he can pull out some boxing here.
His corner telling him, now's the time when we take over. Keep that jab in his face. Sound advice.
Yeah, and I see offensively, Patrick is just on his A game. Oh, that knee! Yeah, he is on his A game compared to Romero, which we've seen him more active in previous fights.
Yeah, Romero, it was the striking that set up the clinching in round number one. Now it looks like Lehane's starting to take over a little bit in that department. The clinching getting a lot harder to implement as a game plan.
And really angling off of that cage there. I think that will be key. See, he's starting to do it. He's starting to get into the rhythm with that.
Yeah. He's figuring it out here to tussle and bustle and just escape it really well.
All right, body head.
Oh, that uppercut, guys.
Seems as though Lehane has found his rhythm. To your point, Alex, circling beautifully off La Jaula. The fighter from Ireland turning it on as we finish round number two.
Cansado or no? Breathe a little bit. Hey, don't just chase with the hands. Stay behind the jab, but you got to go after his legs. Not just the left body kick. Huh? You don't feel the leg? Too tired or no? This the last round. This fight is close, man. Right? You got the first one, the second one. I don't know how it's going. We're going to need this round. but I don't think the punch gonna be enough. Don't try not to clinch him too much. If you're gonna clinch him, it makes you tired, right? Stay behind the jab, right? You cannot feel the low kick or not. Okay, just tired or not? But the left kick hard too, man. So left kick, maybe some push kicks this round, huh? Less energy on the push kick. I'll go up.
Corners out!
Start to use the legs a little bit, huh? Stay behind the jab, move the head, uppercut.
We are in the middle of what has been an amazing fight. Both fighters respecting one another, but no love lost when it comes to the striking. Patrick Lehane with the white trunks representing Ireland, taking on Roberto Romero, the red trunks representing Mexico. Round number 1 went to Romero. We don't know yet about round number 2, but Lehane finding his rhythm, landing some good combinations in round number 2. Some concern in the corner of Romero.
You know, I'm very excited to see the score.
I think what's gassing out Roberto is the fact that Patrick moves so much with that footwork. Unlike these other previous opponents that have been a straight shot. Ooh, even Stevens.
No surprise, 19-19. Lehane taking round number 2 based on that ability to circle off La Jaula at the right time and create space.
Yeah, see, Slick J, for example, Roberto just had him captured right. He did forbade him from moving around. He can't do that with Patrick. Patrick figured him out, keeps on moving around, and that is what's getting Roberto Romero tired.
Also, just awkward punches from Lehane. He throws from really funky angles.
And they're so deceiving because you think you're going to strike, but nobody home.
Winging big punches is Romero, trying to look for that equalizer with the volume of Lehane.
Yeah, but Romero's just not there. I tell you, this is not the same Romero we've seen in the past.
He's starting to swing them real wide, and I think Pat is going to be able to get inside on those and really start to do some damage. He's looking like the fresher fighter right now, too.
Yeah, it certainly is.
Roberto's so good at protecting his body. In this case, though, Patrick has been able to land some shots to the rib area.
Colin Oyama said in between rounds, like, hey, don't clinch him, it's costing you too much energy. Stay behind your jab and be efficient. Lehane successfully turning this into a boxing match. You know, you can always hear Irish coaches. You know that? You can always hear them. Bust it up, let's go. Good advice
and the
for
power,
Patrick Lehane.
The power behind Romero's kicks right now, not what we saw in the first round.
Yeah, they were snapping in round number 1. So far, a tremendous performance for the fighter from Ireland. They're now in the clinch position, briefly initiated by Lehane. Nice circle out under the right hand.
I'm telling you, it's that footwork from Patrick that Roberto is having some frustrations with. Sure, that bobbing and weaving does justice, but not against a guy like Patrick who's just gonna catch you off guard.
Romero, one thing about those body kicks is, you know, they take the energy out of you over time. But around number 3, when you didn't finish, body kick's probably not going to do it against a tough opponent who's well conditioned. And look at the numbers piling up. Romero, a ton of kicks, but Lehane, more and more punches. As we come up on a minute and a half left in round number 3 in what has been an outstanding fight.
Great stuff.
Ireland versus Mexico.
Great technique, just technical. Patrick just looks great, man. Great inside trip again.
Nice. Romero scrambling back to his feet. The question is, what can he do with it? He needs to win this round and this fight back.
Right now, though, Patrick just needs to be in cruise control here. Oh!
Nice spinning back fist by Romero.
Something we don't see often from Romero, you know that?
Got a smile from Patrick Lehane.
Oh, got caught with that left for the body. Now we're getting a very fancy brawl right here between these two.
Blood coming from the nose of Romero. Lehane battered, but this crowd.
This is a fight, man.
So behind both of these fighters.
Woo.
This is why you watch Combate Global.
Yeah, our main events don't put you to sleep, Jimmy.
The fighter from Ireland trying to make it a sweep so far for his native country. Romero trying to put Mexico on the board, but 15 seconds to get the big shot that'll turn this one around.
10 seconds.
You're in the clock for 10 seconds as they meet in the center of La Jaula. Wow. If you got it, throw it. Both of these fighters doing just that to the bell.
Two hungry, wounded warriors leaving it all in the Jaula.
Unbelievable action for 15 solid minutes. One question left. Who won it? We answer that on the other side of this. It's a shame that someone has to lose. It was a war in La Jaula. Who got the decision? Beatrice and the suspense.
After 3 rounds of much more action, this is the official decision. Después de 3 vueltas de mucha más acción, esta es la decisión oficial. Los 3 jueces entregan tarjetas idénticas de 29 a 28. All 3 judges turning identical scorecards of 29 to 28. All in favor of the winner by way of unanimous decision. Todos a favor del ganador. Por decisión unánime. Desde Irlanda, Patrick Lehane!
It was a war and he earned it, moving to 6-2. My God, what a performance for the young man from Ireland.
Dude, just amazing stuff. You know, it's fresh off the shelf. Been away for a year or change, but you had never known, Alex, that he came in for win. But both these guys, right? Because they both brought it. But Patrick Lehane just going toe-to-toe, exchanging. It was in that first round. He was in that clinch, but he figured it out in the second. Work around the movement. Get tired, Roberto Romero, and the rest was history for Patrick.
Yeah, I definitely think once he cracked the code in terms of getting the sneaky takedowns like he was and also circling off, he was complaining that he felt a little greasy. Well, what can he do to defeat that? Circle out when he can. And the volume came, and look at them embracing each other. This is a great event. Ireland coming out with another win.
Ireland right now wiping out Mexico. Mexico yet to get on the board, but this was a slugfest from the start. Patrick Lehane also able to get the takedowns when he needed them. Getting on top, putting pressure on. It's great stuff from Patrick Lehane. Roberto Romero found the clinch in round number 2, but just couldn't keep that strategy going in round number 3. Credit to Patrick Lehane. We're exhausted. It's been amazing. But guess what? There's one more to go. Ireland versus Mexico. Can Mexico get on the board? Stay with us and find out here in Combate Global.
This fight was brought to you by Forged Irish Stout.
Welcome back inside Univision Studios. Ireland versus Mexico continues. Lee Hammond versus Ivan Castillo. Beatrice, bring him in for our final fight.
Entrando a la jaula, Lee Hammond.
You heard him talk about it. Rodolfo started out in jiu-jitsu, got the MMA bug, and then got involved in MMA, of course, with SPG out of Ireland. And he's coming in with a ton of excitement, undefeated 5-0. Everything he's tried has worked so far, Rodolfo.
Yeah, all his fights come by way of first round finishes -1, which went the distance back in June of 2022. But this dude is a powerhouse. Now, if he's able to withstand, right, the experience from Ivan Castillo, right, just take a little bit, because as you get deeper into your career, you're gonna fight fighters like Castillo who have been there with the best of the best, the top of the top. So now you're challenging yourself. Try to see if you could work out some new items that you have in your arsenal to show that well-roundedness as a fighter, Alex, because you're gonna need it against a guy who has 41
He's definitely satisfied with his fight camp. He had 6 weeks to prepare it. He feels confident and ready to go in this bout.
There is the rangy fighter from Ireland, proud to represent his home country.
His opponent, Ivan Castillo.
Alex, whenever I beat up like a 25-year-old in jiu-jitsu and they get frustrated, I always say, I got keys older than you. All right, I got belts older than you. That, in an MMA sense, is Ivan Castillo. 40 professional fights. Oh, you're 5-0, that's very impressive. I did that a decade ago. So that experience is what he brings in tonight, and the confidence that goes with it.
Yes, he brings in a lot of experience. Even Choco Castillo, in one of his pro fights, he didn't make weight, so the commission said, you can still fight, but you can't do ground and pound, which was his bread and butter back then. When he got into the fight, he had his nose broken, he lost the fight, and he couldn't afford the surgery, so all the fighters in Ensenada pitched in so that he could get the surgery, but they couldn't afford the anesthesia. So he went into surgery, got it without the anesthesia, and if you're able to do that and continue fighting for 20 more fights, then you're pretty game. So we're gonna see him with a lot of action tonight, not scared of anything.
So he can take some pain, Rodolfo.
Oh, listen, this guy was on a vacation. They called him up. Hey, you want to fight? Sure. All right, this is the type of fighter that you get. He has more fights than his age, guys.
Exactly, brings in the experience. Ivan Castillo, representing Mexico. Mexico yet to get a victory over Ireland tonight. Competitive fights, but they want that victory. Can Castillo get it? Beatrice, get us going. Welcome back to our final Ireland versus Mexico showdown. Lee Hammond on your left, representing Ireland. Ivan Castillo on your right, representing Mexico. Mexico yet to get on the board. Look at the age difference, 6 years older, Ivan Castillo, and a slight reach advantage.
Continuamos con mucha más acción este duelo. En la división peso ligero, we continue with much more action this bout. In the lightweight division, los jueces son, the judges are James Lázaro, Richard Green Sr., and John Rupert. Y ahora, damas y caballeros, llegó el momento de un combate global. Introducing the blue corner, la esquina azul, wearing black, vestido de negro, su peso oficial, 145 libras, he tipped the scale at 145 pounds. Esta noche entra a la jaula invicto como profesional con 5 victorias tonight. He enters la jaula undefeated as a pro with 5 victories. From Dublin, Ireland, Lehane! En la esquina roja, in the red corner, wearing red, vestido de rojo, su peso oficial, 155 libras, his official weight, 155 pounds, con un récord profesional de 23 victorias y 17 derrotas, with a pro record of 23 victories and 17 losses. De Ensenada, Baja California, México, Iván Choco Castillo. El referee, Marcos Pérez de Panamá.
Great. Okay. You know the rules. I want to be 5 over my command at all times. Okay? Don't glove if you want. Go to your corners.
This crowd has been spoiled by amazing fights tonight. We have one more, and it is underway. Lee Hammond in the black versus Ivan Castillo in the red.
Yeah, Hammond is that first round finisher. Only that one fight that went the distance for Choco Castillo. You know, keep him out there, take him to the second, and welcome him to the dance. That's going to be the key here. He's been with these type of fighters. He knows what these one-rounders do. They're very fast-paced. They're not patient. So Castillo is able to bring that patience. It could be that one person that brings that victory for the Mexicans.
Nice question mark kick from Hammond. Once again, one of the themes we've seen, Ireland versus Mexico, the size disparity. My God, Lee Hammond looks a lot bigger than Ivan Castillo, though they weighed in the same.
And interesting to know, Ivan has the reach advantage, so we'll see if he'll be able to close the distance here. The distance management of Lee, though, it's going to be a tough one. And undefeated at 5-0, it's for a reason.
Castillo feeling a lot better last time around. Last time when he got that victory, it's more like he reset his career, he said. So he's feeling that momentum carrying it into this fight against Lee Hammond, who is undefeated, 5-0.
These Irish fighters have looked great tonight in every single fight. They've been close, been competitive, but the Irish fighters have come out on top every single time. Nice long jab. Lee Hammond fighting out of Dublin, Ireland.
And when I talked to Lee this week, he said that his advantage would be his speed.
Speaking of speed, fast leg kick. Going to the legs, and he is generally, to your point, Rodolfo, a first-round finisher. He's fighting very patient tonight.
Look at that right hand of Hammond. He's very precise in the timing. If he's able to come in with a lot of power, that could be all she wrote. Paying homage to someone he knows very closely in Conor McGregor.
Yeah, Ivan Choco Castillo, 40 professional fights. This is his 41st.
And
that's wild to think. 41 fights, and that's insane.
Crazy. And Castillo very heavy on that front foot. It could be a good idea to go in for a takedown or start piling up some calf kicks as well.
Like they're listening to you, right in for the takedown.
Well, Castillo did say that this is where he has evolved, his wrestling and his boxing, so he's going to put it out to work here against Lee Hammond.
Lee Hammond, though, started out in jiu-jitsu before MMA. It's showing now.
Oh, there it is.
One hook in. Already hunting for the rear naked. Into full mount goes the fighter from Ireland.
At the mount without that pressure, that weight on you.
He's looking to isolate that arm there.
A lot of time.
For it back.
Yep, 2 minutes left in round number 1.
Oh, look at that arm.
Nice armbar transition.
Oh, beautiful.
The fighter from Mexico in a
just
lot
pulls
of
it
trouble.
up. He's just ripped that grip and extends it.
He gets that wrist. This one is over. Choco Castillo, if he has an armbar escape, now's the time to use it. He's got to get that shoulder out.
Oh, he's leaving it out there, guys. Good way of turning, though.
Good job from Choco, but a re-attack. And this might be done.
Choco fighting.
Able to get around the arm.
Good way
transition from Lee Hammond. Yeah, Rodolfo, you were making that arm's going to break base. Now looking for the rear naked.
Under the chin.
It's up to Ivan for the, oh, that's really tight, guys. That's really tight.
It is deep under the chin.
That might be it. Might be a clean sweep for the Irish.
Castillo doing everything he can to stay in this fight. But this might be over.
Oh my God, there's still life.
The right time.
There's still life for the Mexicans.
Back to the armbar. Love the jiu-jitsu transitions from Lee Hammond. One after the other.
Yeah, good stuff.
What a beautiful display of jiu-jitsu right now.
Beautiful. Seriously. Going to the armbar. This might be it. Choco Castillo fighting with everything he's got. Now into the triangle.
Good way. Man, this is good stuff.
Jesus, going through the jiu-jitsu encyclopedia. Armbar, rear naked, triangle. At an armbar again, now hunting for it again.
This is mucho más acción on the floor, guys.
Unbelievable. Choco Castillo looks like he will see a round number 2, considering how this went. That could be a moral victory. But great stuff for the fighter from Dublin, Ireland.
Man. Woo!
Alex, that's how you're supposed to do it. Attack, attack, attack. Always think about the transition before your opponent does, right? Know it's over before your opponent, so you can react first. That's what Lee Hammond did on the ground.
That he did. I was impressed with him on the feet, too. And then he showed out on the ground.
Let's listen in a little bit here. Well, let's take...
de hacerte para atrás.
Stop going backwards. Go to the front.
Deja de hacerte para atrás.
Keep,
hazte para
stop
enfrente.
going
Pues mira,
backwards. Keep going to the front.
¿Qué
Breathe.
vas a hacer?
What are we going to do?
Hacia enfrente. Okay.
Front.
Si lo quieres tumbar, está bien.
If you want to take him down, do for it. He has no guard. Mentally, he's weak. He can't hit.
Si lo tumbas,
if you take him down,
ground and pound.
Ground and pound.
Si no,
but be careful with the arm.
Lo que tú quieras.
Do whatever you want.
Did you hear he has no guard?
Yes.
Almost got tapped 3 times. Beautiful armbar transitions from Hammond. I wouldn't say he has no guard.
I think he made the stand up. I think he meant the stand up guard. I don't think he meant the floor. I don't think he meant the jiu-jitsu gear.
He's got a guard.
That's what he said. Take him down.
Round number 2.
I think. I could be wrong.
Joko Castillo going for the takedown. We'll find out about the guard of Lee Hammond. Fighter from Dublin, Ireland, a submission machine in round number 1.
Well, he did say, right, if we stick to that no guard, to stick to the ground and pound, but take him down. But you're right. I mean, Hammond got him pretty good in every position.
Need to be that guy, but got a good guard. No surprise with our open score. No surprise, 10-9. Nobody went 10-8, although it was a dominant round for Lee Hammond. 10-9, all 3 judges' scorecards.
Castillo, though, being the dominant in this round and the ground game.
Nice short punches now. Thinking leg lock is Lee Hammond.
Yeah,
a lot of options from here.
Alex, taking the advice from his corner, he said, stick him in the front, don't backpedal. And if you're on the ground, take him down and just pummel him, ground and pound him.
Yeah, be aggressive. A little passive in round number 1. I'm thinking knee bar. Got to put weight on that left leg. So far, Castillo doing a good job of defending. Good job getting around the guard. Nice pass.
And there
from Joko Castillo.
He might give life to the Mexicans at the mount. And there it is.
What a comeback this would be.
The Mexicans might take it.
Does. Unbelievable.
Not a clean sweep.
Joko
No, sir.
Castillo getting the full mount and finishing Lee Hammond in round number 2.
Giving him his first loss of his career. He is absolutely defeated right now. He was performing so well on the ground.
Alex, can you believe that, considering how round number 1 went, which is, Rodolfo, you were worried he's getting his arm snapped. And
Dude.
then, in round number 2, he comes back, it's a
You know,
TKO.
that's when cornering comes into play. They tell you what to do and you follow the directions. He told them exactly to do this. Take him down, just pummel him, ground and pound him. He listened to the corner, and that is what got him the victory. And a sole win for the Mexicans, but a win's a win. It's not a clean sweep.
No, unbelievable. And, you know, it was done in, let's say it, the Mexican way. I'm not giving up. I'll take 3, but I'll give 1 back. Never submitting to the odds. Ivan Joko Castillo can raise that flag with pride based on his performance tonight. Mexico getting on the board against Ireland in dramatic come-from-behind fashion. We'll make it official when we come back. What do you say in combat sports? You win or you learn. Lee Hammond just got a valuable lesson. Let's make it official.
El tiempo oficial, 1 minuto y 37 segundos del round número 2. The official time, 1 minute and 37 seconds of round number 2. And the winner by technical knockout, el ganador por knockout técnico. De sangre mexicana, Iván Castillo!
The 24th win of his career. And in all 41, this has to be a sweet one because he got dominated in round number 1.
Yeah, I see the Irish putting back the brooms in the closet right now. It's not a clean sweep. Ivan Castillo bringing in that sole win for the Mexicans. Started off with that question mark kick that connected to Ivan Castillo. But it was the resiliency, that heart, the Mexican pride of not giving up, Alex. De Castillo overwhelmed this first round and ended up switching gears, listening to his corner, and ground and pounding himself to victory, Alex.
It's just that experience that was in there, not panicking when he was in multiple submission attempts, getting it done, and then controlling him on the ground, making the adjustments that his coaches said for this beautiful ground and pound finish.
And you talk about the corner, not a lot of corners would say, oh, take the guy who almost submitted you down. But it's like they knew, look, we just get over that hump and make it about our offense. You get on top, you can break this guy, and he did. Great cornering, great comeback. Look at the one-sided numbers for Ivan Castillo. That doesn't tell the story because Hammond had so much success on the ground in round number 1. Almost finished it. Absolutely unbelievable, but Mexico gets on the board at the end.
This fight was brought to you by Forged Irish Stout.
You had this fight in the bag on the ground in round number 1. Your opponent, though, kept with it, never gave up, got the takedown, ground and pound. You end up losing by TKO. You bounce back big from a fight like this, or you decide fighting's not for you. It's a big crossroads, a loss like that.
Well, I'm sure Hammond has a lot more. He's only, what, 6 fights